when the pain was light, it was quite manageable. I lived my life as normal and put on a happy face, pretending everything was okay. But after a few years of this, my life began to fall apart. Badly. The pain became absolute torture. I'd be in complete agony from morning until night. The minute I woke up, I'd feel a sharp, searing pain in my lower back, which made it almost impossible to get out of bed. And to make things worse, I suffered from burning sciatic pain that ran all the way down my leg to my foot. I tried to hide it, but I walked with a limp. And even though I was still in my 30s, I felt like an 80-year-old woman. One by one, all the things I loved were taken away from me. For example, going to work became a nightmare. I used to love my job. But now, sitting in my office chair was excruciating. I would count down the minutes until meetings ended, and I took a scary number of pain pills to get through the day. I struggled to concentrate, and everyone around me began to notice. I was less attentive in meetings, but I was too embarrassed to tell anyone how much pain I was in. I just didn't think they'd believe me. At the end of the day, I waited until everyone else left so they wouldn't see me limp out to my car. To make matters worse, I had to call in sick so many times I was afraid I'd lose my job. I had to stop exercising because it was too painful, and my body paid the price. I gained more than 30 pounds of hideous body fat. No matter what I wore, I felt ugly. Every time I sat down, I had to rearrange my top to hide the rolls of fat on my belly. When our family went on vacation, I was so ashamed of my body, I refused to take my shirt off. I didn't want my own husband to see me in a bikini. Even going to church, which used to be one of the highlights of my week, became impossible. I was losing every good thing in my life, and I was terrified that I'd be in pain for the rest of my life. The most frustrating thing was I was doing everything I could to get better. I tried 5 different physical therapists, 10 different chiropractors, and I had as many massages as I could afford. I tried cortisone injections, acupuncture, hot yoga, personal trainers, but nothing helped. I was poked and prodded by doctor after doctor and referred to specialist after specialists, but none of them gave me the answers I so desperately needed. I felt hopeless and fell into a deep depression. I didn't want to get up in the morning because I couldn't face another day of unbearable pain. My doctor prescribed antidepressants, and I'm ashamed to admit it now, but there were times where I thought of ending it all. However, it was last year when I hit breaking point. You see, about 6 months ago, my husband and I were sitting out in our garden, drinking sangria and enjoying the sunshine. I finished my glass and stood up to pour myself another one. And that's when it happened. Ugh! A bolt of excruciating pain ran through my lower back. The pain was sharp, searing, and unbearable. It felt like I'd been stabbed with a knife. I screamed so loud the neighbors came out to see what was going on, and I fell on the ground in agony. My husband tried to pick me up, but that just made my back spasm stronger. The pain was worse than childbirth. It was so bad, I thought I was going to pass out. My husband knew I had to get to the emergency room, but I couldn't stand up to walk to the car, and I had to crawl one agonizing movement at a time. It felt like crawling over broken glass, but eventually I made it.